Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Living and welcome to today's episode. So today's episode is going to be a makeover on my small hallway. I don't know what I should call it because it's not the entryway. The entryway is right here. It took me a long time to finish filming. Not so much the work, but because as always, I cannot make up my mind. We already know this about me. I changed my mind a lot. If you guys remember, in my Instagram, I asked you guys if I should add a board and batten, which was mainly the main reason of why I started the makeover. Not exactly. So the main reason why I actually began this makeover was because of the hallway little ledge, the little ledge on the niche. I'm sure I've talked about it on Instagram because I actually share a lot more information there, or a lot more of my, I guess, updates and ideas of what I want to do to our home. So if you're not following me already, go ahead and do so. This is how it went. Here we are. I'm really annoyed with that niche. I think that it's cute if the, of course, this shoe cabinet was in here, but I can't put it anywhere else because I do need the shoe storage, you guys. I have a really small house. I don't have enough space. We have a lot of shoes, and we're the no shoes inside of our house kind of people. So as soon as we walk in, take them off and put them away. I used to have it, as you probably already know or remember, I used to have it in this wall, and then it was in that wall right there. I moved it around everywhere. Excuse the mess. This is what a DIYer's house looks like typically. Of course, the little niche would be cute if this wasn't there, but the problem is that it has a little shelf, and I took part of it off, but now I need to take off the other part. I feel like this doesn't go here. It doesn't belong because it's, you know, like all this right here. I think that this little niche we can enhance if we could just take this piece off, which I think it's just a piece of wood, which I am going to try my best to cut it off really straight so that we can have like a, you know, flat little niche, and this right here is going to be exposed. Of course, this is a mess right now, and this is actually not that bad compared to how it usually gets. I need to clean the inside too. Oh my gosh, look at the trash in here. Storage. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I'm gonna try it. I want it to be as flush as possible. Will that happen? I don't know, because I don't even know if I'm using the right machine, to be honest, but it is what it is. Anyone else hate wearing these glasses? Because I do. It makes me feel like I can't see clear. Crystal clear. It's a little crooked here, but that piece right here, because obviously it's not straight, so I try to cut this part off, and the blade dug into the wall, so I'm gonna have to patch this very well. I did such a good job on the other end. It makes me so angry. Look at this. This is pretty flush. Oh, it was stuck to the wall. You guys, it looks like this was just put in here. Like, I can probably maybe like with the blade go over, like trace around it so that I could just pull that out instead. And then I can probably replace obviously that with another piece of wood. I have a lot of scraps. Okay, I don't have a blade, but I have this knife, so I'm gonna use that. After trying so hard to even out this piece with the wall, I decided to just take it out because I realized it was just a piece of board laid on top. I then realized that the tiny crowbar was not going to do it, so I brought out the big guns. This is probably not necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I then mixed up some compound. This is the Fast Set Light 5, which means that it dries up in 5 minutes. I actually tried really hard to work fast because it was really drying on me, and my husband warned me, but I thought I would be able to do it. So here we are, we're back. I'm a little sick, and no, it is not COVID. I did get tested. So long story short, Noah got sick, and it of course almost gave me a panic attack, but thankfully he's okay. I had to take him to the ER because he had a really bad fever, but thank God it was not COVID. I got tested as well, and which is why I actually stopped recording for a few days, and because I was feeling really crappy. So the wall is painted now, and you guys, I really wanted to do the board and bait in here, but I really want my shoe cabinet right here. So it's either the shoe cabinet or the board and bait in. The reason why I can't do it, it's because the board and bait in is about, it's supposed to be 1 inch, but it's like half of an inch, which means since the shoe cabinet sits really flush, barely against the wall, if I add this to the back of it or to the wall, it's gonna bring it out a half inch more, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is, you guys, because our hallway is very narrow. Okay. So right now it sits like perfectly in there. So if I were to add the board and bait into the wall, it's gonna stick out a little bit. So right now we have a little bit of space, you know, not so bad. It's not completely in the way right here. It is not completely in the way when we open the door, which I like. Now if I add the board and bait in, which means that it would, typically go all the way down, it's gonna obviously push it out a little more, and it does obviously push it out a little bit more, and especially here. And then there's like this gap, really big gap, obviously. Another thing that I could do so that it mimics that it has the board and bait in, there's no exact rules for this. You can actually do it however you please. What we can do is just put it on the top. I thought about doing this. So I thought, okay, I can finish it off like this. Put one right here. Something like this, right? So one would sit here. So we can basically do that, but I still can't make up my mind. I don't know if I'm gonna like this being on the bottom, like on top of this. I just removed this really bulky shelf that was sticking out, and then just adding this is actually like going back to that. So it's what makes me just not want to do it. Obviously I would have to space them out, and there's a niche here, and I've thought about canceling the niche, but if I cancel the niche, it's gonna be really like a lot of work. Oh, this is driving me crazy. I still want to do it so bad. So many ideas, so many problems. So since I couldn't find a piece of art that I liked, I decided to create my own using Canva. And if you've never heard of Canva, Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and invitations. You guys, the possibilities are endless. And on top of that, every time you order a print order, Canva plants a tree. How amazing is that? It makes me happier that they're doing that because I feel better about my purchase and supporting this platform as well. And that is all for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this mini makeover. It kind of gave me a little bit of a headache and I stressed a little bit, but it is done and I'm really in love with it. I am happy with the way that it turned out. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't add the board and bait in, but you know what? Sometimes it just doesn't work and you have to, I guess, kind of compromise, prioritize. Whatever matters to you most is what you pretty much have to just go with. So anyways, I hope that this video inspires you to maybe do a little makeover, freshen up a little space that you have or that you've been eyeing. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.